Hi guys, you are welcome on our programming tutorial channel. On the previous tutorial, it was about Vue.js framework. We had been installing the Vue.js command line interface or Vue.js CLI. Let me remind you a little bit so that we can continue on next session. So when I'm creating the project, I'm going to use Vue.js folder. I'm going to create, for instance, application which is called my Vue app, my Vue underscore app. So in this, I'm going to open it on command line interface. I type cmd in the search. Again, for those who's Windows 11, what I do is to click on this bar. It can be like a search engine, but locally I type cmd and then enter. So here, when I want to list all directories, I write command D, then enter. As you see, I have my viewer, mesomeeting, my viewer, puzzle games. The one folder that we created is called my viewer. So I'm going to enter in this folder. Remember, after installing a Vue application, yes, in this Vue app, because Vue app is an environment, Vue.js is environment, I'm going to install it in this my Vue app folder. What I do is to write npm. So before that, when I want to see if now the package manager is already installed, I write npm-v, then press enter. The version that I have is 11.4.2, and also if you want to check the version, you write -v. Also you see it is version 20.17.0. So I'm going to install Vue command line interface. I write npm install -g space advanced. This G stands for global. npm install -g at Vue/CLI, then press enter. By this process, you have to wait until the program done. So let us wait. As you see that now it is loading. Let's wait until it finishes. Okay, at least now it is finished. In order to install your Vue application, you have to make sure that you have a full of internet which is running at high speed. So now here is my application with this notification. 85 packages are looking for funding. So what I have to do the next, let me show you what is inside my folder. Inside my folder there is nothing there, but also environment is set it up. So to create app, we remember that the my Vue app is a folder, is a project. So now to create the app, you write Vue, but before let us check if Vue command line has been installed. I have to type Vue-v Vue dash version. Sorry, let me type help. Yes, to check the Vue version, you write Vue double dash then version. You see now I'm using version 5.8.0. So in order to create the app, remember our Vue app or my Vue app is a project. So to create the app, also you can rename it the other name you want. To create the app, you have to write keyword Vue create Vue space create, then type app name. For instance, we are going to call it my underscore first underscore Vue app. Okay, the app now warning his name is called name can no longer contain capital letters. Okay, we have to create my first Vue underscore app. My first Vue app, then enter. Let us follow the instruction while the app is installing. You can pick a preset you want. As I showed you in a previous video, here we are going to select default. Default feature. The project is initializing from Git repository. So let us wait until it's done. Okay, now the packages that had been added are 800 to 28 packages and audited 829 packages in 1 minute. So it is still running. Let us wait until it's done. As I told you, you have to be using fast internet. So our app is completed. They are telling me that run change directory my first Vue app and then np run stuff is to get access from my first Vue app. Right now I'm in there. If I show you the directory, these are the packages file that had been added. Later, in a few minutes, I'm going to explain each folder. So right now, if I open also it in normal mode, you can see them as right here. Node modules, fabric, source, git ignore, readme, package log, JS configuration, and etc. So first of all, by running it, you have to write npm node package manager run serve to see results on browser. Let us wait until modules are completed. So we will see there are two ways that you can see the output on local server, storage, or network. By using local, let us take this link. Remember when they say localhost, it is the IP address for a local machine. And I'm going to open the browser. I'm using Microsoft Edge. So here are the final result. What if I use network? Also, I can get the same result. It depends when you have access to internet or if you are using your local machine. Also, you see there that the results are the same, right? Okay, as you see this output from inside successfully Vue command line interface, you can stop it by writing and typing Ctrl+C. Ctrl+C, terminate batch job. Yes, I tap your eye to stop. The reason why I'm doing this is that I'm going to open it on VS Code so that we can see each file. And further, when I write command dir, I see all of the following files and folders that are inside my application, which are these as for git, node modules, fabric, crc, git ignore, bubble.config, jsconfig, readme, vs, vue.config. Also, by opening it on VS Code, I write code space then dot, open it on the VS Code. So as you see here, the project is called my what? It is called my Vue app here. One level app is called my Vue app. When I open it, my Vue project and application is called my first Vue app. So here in the VS Code also, this is how it is arranged. My Vue app, by opening it on more, I'm going to select a new terminal. So to open it, this terminal works as also as direct one on the CMD or PowerShell. You see, when I'm back on one level app, I go to the project, and so the project, when I want to use the app or to list, I can use alias to see the chart folders, and also when I want to get access on it, I write change directory, then for the name. Right now I'm on my first Vue app, so we are going to see each one. What does it mean and how it can be used? First of all, we are going to get started on node modules. Let me use a simple note for better understanding. Node modules, this folder is automatically created by npm or yarn when installing project dependencies. It contains all the dependencies specified in project's package.json file. Node module is a directory that is commonly found in a project that uses Node.js for server-side JavaScript development. When working with Node.js, developers often rely on various external libraries or modules to enhance the functionality of the application. This module can be installed using package manager like npm or Node Package Manager. When a developer installs a module using npm, the module and its dependencies are typically downloaded and stored in Node modules. The directory within the project's root directory. This directory acts as a local repository for all installed modules specified to that project. It contains subdirectories for each installed module along with their respective dependencies, if any. The modules are typically stored as separate folders, each containing code files, configuration files, and other assets specific to that module. Purpose of Node module is to organize and manage the dependencies of Node.js project. It allows developers to easily include and use external modules in the code by referencing them from Node modules directory. So in this folder, which is called Node modules, if you install a new package that you want to use, for instance, if I want to use Maxims, we will see it later in this project. When it finished, when the installation is completed, the package gets in this Node module folder, which means if you want to use a package, you have to install it. By installing it at the completion, it is stored in this Node module folder, so you can use it to accomplish your application. Yes, this is the first folder in Vue.js CLI. The second one is public. This public folder contains static assets that are served as is by the web server. This includes HTML files, image fonts, and other resources. The content of public folder is typically accessible directly from the web without any processing compression. Actually, this public folder is used to store the user-modified files. It is where we can store HTML files and also the other static files such as image and web fonts. The third one is called index.html. Index.html, in this public folder there are following elements that are going to be discussed. Index.html source, yes, we are going to see it here. In a Vue.js project, term public refer to a specific directory within the project structure. The public directory is the default location for a static asset that needs to be publicly accessible by application. It is where you can place files like HTML, image, fonts, or other static resources that you want to be directly served to the client without going through the read process. The first one, on the first element that found in the public, there is index.html. The main HTML file of your Vue application resides in a public directory. This file serves as the entry point for your application and is responsible for loading the Vue application JavaScript and the CSS file. The second one is called the static asset. The directory public is commonly used to store static assets like image, fonts, or other files that are required by your application. These assets can be referenced directly in your HTML or Vue component using relative paths. The third one is external libraries or scripts. And the source, which is where the main source code of the Vue.js project resides. It contains applications, JavaScript file, Vue components, style sheet, and other related files. And also in the Vue.js project, is a crucial source is a crucial part of project structure. It contains source code and files that make up the Vue application. The breakdown of CRC and its content are as from. The first one is called main.js, App.vue, component, assets, router, store, views, assets, components, App.vue, main.js, package.json, view.config.js, git ignore, bubble.config.js, jsconfig.json, readme, package.loxon. So we will see it later by each one. Public folder, we got the source, we have assets, component app.vue, JS, main, and etc. We are going to see how we can write or modify the first application on the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you need this simple description of project file, I can give it to you. Comment description folder